Hi guys, my name's Elizabeth.
And my name is Ugo, and today we have an amazing friend of ours. Hello there. Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Oh, oops.
Oh, she is beautiful. You are beautiful. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it off camera. Off camera. Yeah.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Everyone, my name is Taiwo Omotosho, but you can call me Taiwo. And thank you for having me, guys. Nika, you look amazing. Ugo.
Thank you. It's the lights, girl. It's the lights. They hit all the right angles.
It's the light.
We're still praying for him every day.
Okay,
every day. But you look gorgeous too. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. I mean, you guys are doing an amazing job. I really like this initiative. With everything going on right now, you have to match the pace of things going on. So I really like this. It's amazing. You reach more audience, whatever part of the world. So this is amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about something that's really sensitive. It's sensitive because I'm a dude.
You're the only guy.
Yeah.
It should have just been us, right? Do you want to kick him out? Is this too late?
I have to be here to control things.
Control things? Sure you mean control the narrative.
Yeah, make sure that you're not putting things out there in the world that's just wrong.
Okay.
That's for guys. And for those of you who are wondering, the topic of today's discussion is 5 things that Christian guys do that turn girls off.
Right.
Apparently there are 5 key things that we be doing that they're like, and dealing with this one.
Please note that he said key things.
Apparently there's more. There's more.
That's how we could narrow it down to.
That's right.
But you gotta summarize.
That's why I'm here. For the guys wondering, that's why I'm here. I have to be here to hold the fort down. Make sure that they don't throw us under the bus like that. Okay? So, how do you want to play this?
Okay, how about, who wants to introduce point number 1?
How about I do that? Make myself useful, a little useful. So I'll introduce, I introduce the point. I'll introduce them. So the first one I'm going to introduce is guys that say we don't have swag. Say Christian guys don't have swag. What do you mean by that?
I mean, you didn't get yours till after we got married. You thought you had swag.
I'm gonna cut that part out. So let's not do a million.
Ouch! I felt that.
Yeah, that's not.
Oh, are you really sure you're ready for this?
Cut.
She's not.
Well, I mean, I guess it's different for you guys because you guys are married, so you can easily reflect on it. So there's something Nika can reflect on.
It's a lie. How do you reflect on lies? How do you?
Babe.
Yeah.
That's her truth, okay?
It's
That's
not
her truth. But
her truth.
It's a hard truth.
You say hard truth or her truth?
Hers.
Her truth's a lie.
It's not.
Okay. So what do you mean by swag? You say Christian guys generally don't have swag. Could you throw? Who wants to share more than that? Okay, you want to go? Okay.
So basically, swag has to do with the way you comport yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you talk, the way you relate with just someone near you. It's okay to have the lines when you're talking to a girl as a guy, as a Christian guy, but sometimes ladies want to see how you relate with others, how you carry yourself, your confidence, basic things like that. So when I say a Christian guy does not have swag, it doesn't necessarily have to do with the lines you're dropping with me. Because a lot of guys think, as long as I tell you 1, 2, you're the flower in my life, the sun sets or the moon rises and sets on you, blah, blah, blah. But it does not work like that. Swagger has to do with the way you carry yourself, the way you comport yourself. How do you handle yourself under pressure? When you get yelled at, no man wants to get yelled at, but how do you carry yourself? How do you walk in front of me? How do you walk beside me? How do you carry yourself when we're together?
Y'all
Right.
shallow. You're
It's
shallow.
not
Very shallow.
shallowness.
What do you mean? Okay, so
It's not shallowness. Okay, I'm gonna talk now.
Please.
So when we're talking about swag, like Tyrell said, we're talking about presentation.
Right.
And the thing is, we're not looking at just like how you approach us. We're looking at your interaction with other people. And I feel like for us, that's like what really matters is like, okay, how's he gonna interact with that woman or that man or my girlfriends or his guy friends? Like, depend on how he interacts with those people, tell me whether or not he's someone that I find like, okay, we can have a conversation, we can get to know each other. Because if your swag is a sense of awkwardness, then it makes it kind of hard to be like, like for me to even come and talk to you. If you're one of those guys that likes women who approach you, it's hard for me to feel like I can come and talk to you because the way you interact with other people doesn't make you seem like approachable, or doesn't make it seem like, you know, we would have a good interaction.
So for my brothers out there, I hope you all taking notes because this is weird. This is completely absurd. I mean, if I think a girl's cute, I know I have to carry, okay, naturally I have the charisma, it's different for me, but you know, see both of their faces? That's like haters. Okay, never mind that. Number two.
Stepping back to what you just said, Ugo, I think that no girl wants to be on edge when she and the man are outside. So if it's awkward, if your swag is awkward, I will always be on edge. And I have to make who am I comfortable with understanding and less judgmental about you? So if I take you out, I have to be like, oh my God, this friends and family will look at him weird because he doesn't have the swag. So as ladies, we want to be comfortable with your swag so we don't have to be on edge when we're out together.
So you have to be presentable. Gotcha. So what can a guy do? What can a swagless guy do to become swagful?
It never hurts to ask questions. It never hurts to ask questions. Hey, do you feel comfortable me saying this? Was that joke? I mean, because I'm hoping that there will be things you can always reflect back. Like, okay, so the way I spoke to your friend, I'm sorry, was that too forward of me? How do you say, or if it's a different culture, is it okay if I say this, if I make this joke? Just, it never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask.
Yeah. And I feel like a lot of guys have female friends. So I think it's always one of the, and if you don't, make a female friend. Because I feel like it's very important. You said what?
Don't get too close though.
Yeah, don't get too close. Like when I say friend, I mean platonic friend.
I mean, this is crazy. Okay, so first of all, for him to get swag, he has to go make female friends.
Yeah,
but when you make female friends, then you can't get, I feel for my brothers. Like, it's too complicated.
Hey, it's work. Yeah. It's work. No one ever said it was going to be easy. You got to work for it. I mean, it wasn't easy for you. You worked for it. So
I feel bad for my brothers out there. It's not, I'm talking about myself.
So, you know, a lot of guys out there have female friends, and if they don't, it's a good opportunity to make one because it's testing grounds, you know.
Right.
It's an opportunity for you to bounce off your ideas off of other females, even though they may not have the same personality as the one that you may be trying to approach. But a good female friend won't steer you wrong because, you know, they want the best for you. And be like, no, please don't do that.
Okay. So just to summarize everything real quick, you said basically swag is how presentable you are, and in order for you to do that, it's advisable to watch the way you act outside, pretty much what your mama told you when you were younger, and then second,
good manners,
all those little things, and then when in doubt, go make a female friend or ask a female friend who you feel safe around. Next point.
And it never hurts to up your wardrobe. I'm not saying make yourself broke, but I'm just saying, you know, when you go out there, look at the
Okay. Swag. All right. Next one. This said, in approaching women, that Christian guys are generally intimidated, that they look too much on the things they look too much at the things that are superficial, and they get thrown off. What do you guys think about that?
I'll let Nika go first.
So with this, I feel like a lot of females have the resting female face. I am one of them.
What does that mean?
So it's just like the composure. Like I may not mean anything by it, but like I just have a straight face. And
is the term resting female?
It's not.
Okay.
So
we're not using that word.
Yes. For all my Christians out there that are watching this video and are hoping to actually walk away with something, it's just a face that, like you just wear, like there's no smile, there's not really a lot of emotion, but the emotion that it brings about is one in which it's saying that you're not approachable. And so I feel like a lot of guys see that and they feel like you're standoffish. They feel like you're not someone that they can come and talk to. And because of that, they don't really take an opportunity to break that barrier and get to know you.
Right.
So it's like if they actually took the opportunity and weren't looking at just the outside composure of things, that they would actually meet a lot of good, down-to-earth females out there.
It sounds more like it's your problem?
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
I don't think so. I think we can trace this back to the premonition that ladies are always meant to smile and be approachable. We have seen instances of a lady walking past and guys will be like, hey, smile. Why must I smile? A guy is not held to the same standard. So sometimes men feel intimidated when you're not smiling, when you're not laughing, when you're just being yourself. So when we say sometimes men find that intimidating, it is very true. And even aside from appearance, we can talk about achievements. So what you earn, just who you are, you're a team lead. Sometimes your teammates will find that intimidating because they're like, ooh, she's a team lead, she's a manager, I can talk to her. Trust me.
Yeah.
I can talk to any lady. You can talk to, what's the worst she's gonna say? No.
Yeah.
Ego, man. Man, dang. That no, is the way you gonna say that?
Yeah, and
just the way she's gonna say no, and you're just gonna, think about the brothers out there, right? It's first of all, the guy goes through this whole process of gathering themselves and doing the whole mirror talk thing, and then getting everything down. I'm gonna say this, and then she's gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this after that, and then he's gonna meet you in his mind. By the way, when he's playing this tape of how he's going to talk to you, you're smiling in that tape, right? So then it comes up to you, and then now you're frowning, right? Now you have this resting B-word face on. Sorry, resting
female.
Bread. Resting bread face. How's that? Okay.
Good. We acknowledge that. I acknowledge that.
So,
it's not easy walking up and putting yourself out there, but you're the man.
Okay, so you just want a guy to not be intimidated. And a guy being intimidated, you're saying.
I feel like that's also part of swag, right? Like, the ability that outside of my face that may have been laying there, or outside of the fact that I possibly make more money than you, or outside of the fact that, I already have my own home, and you still take the opportunity to come out and talk to me, like, I'm going to be like in awe of your boldness.
Yes.
Like, and it's going to make me be like, oh, wow, like this guy actually was bold enough to come and have a conversation with me and can hold a conversation.
Good point.
The third thing on the list of the 5 things that Christian guys do that turn girls off is they either move too fast or too slow. What does that mean?
This is very tricky. I admit this is very tricky because it depends on the pace of the girl at that point in time.
Yes.
What do you mean? You're so complicated. Dang.
No. Okay, this is what I'm saying. There are different times people get attracted to each other. At first, it might be, the first example, a guy can be all the way in, already attracted to the girl, and the girl is just catching up. It can be mutually. You saw yourselves, butterflies and everything, and you're like, ooh, we're in love. And it could be the girl already in love with you, but you're slow, so it took you a while to match up. So that's why I'm saying this can be very tricky. But this is what I'm saying. You definitely, guy, you definitely know where you stand with the girl, except you're in denial. You will know she likes you. If a girl is playing with you, you will know she's playing with you. If you're too much, you know she loves you too much. So what we're saying is this: do not be too slow, do not be too fast, based on that phase where you guys are. So if you guys were both attracted to each other, you definitely should not be too slow in putting a label on what you guys are. So you like me, I like you, we're both attracted to each other. Don't be slow in saying, okay, this is my woman, I want to date you.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be too fast in saying, "Yeah, you're gonna marry me. You're gonna be my wife." Like,
yeah.
like, you should be able to read in between the lines. If you're sure, okay. Well, I told her I'm attracted to her. I told her I loved her first, and she was like, "Thank you." Like, you're not gonna meet pastor the next day and say, "Yes, we're together in this," because she's gonna be like, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a very dicey point. But hopefully with the help of the Holy Spirit, you'll be able to.
Yeah, you have to throw in the Holy Spirit. Like, with the help of the Holy Spirit. Sure. Yeah.
I think this is where also in relationships it's very important to keep the doors of communication open, because in this part of the relationship, this is where if anything is questionable, you sit down and you have a conversation about it. You know, in the beginning, yes, it's fine to be like, we're just friends. That's perfectly fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But for you to know that you like a girl, and for you to know that a girl's ready to date and just keep her hanging, she's not going to wait for you, you know? And then you get upset because it's like she's found another guy, and then you want to start the thing of, oh, she's just jumping from men to men. No, you never stated your intention. So she didn't know what your intentions were. So that's why I'm like,
I'm trying to say, no, for that one, I feel you guys. I feel like keeping everyone guessing too long. Okay, are we together? Are we dating or not? That I see how a lot of guys could fall into that trap. I also see how if they linger too long, then of course the friend zone thing comes in. But at the same time, how would a guy know when a good time? Because Taiwo talked about pacing, and then now you talked about putting a label on it and letting everyone know what the objective of the interaction is. How would a guy know the right time to jump in and say, hey, I think da, 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 da.
I mean, but that's why you have conversations, right? Like you can't, it's not one-sided. So you're not going to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, I'm in a relationship with who? The person in the mirror? If sparks do fly, like Taiwo said, like two people who come together and they meet, and is that instant attraction. Of course, you don't want to jump into anything too fast. But you're also not dating for the sake of just dating. You're dating because you're hoping that this relationship is going to lead to marriage. You know, if the person comes to you and says, hey, I feel like, we're just really meant to be together. That's when you're saying, okay, like, I really like you. I think we should take things slow.
What if you don't?
Then you'd be like, oh.
The Lord told me, like, yeah, he ain't told me that. He ain't told me that. What's the conclusion here? The conclusion here is, don't be too fast, don't be too slow. And when in doubt,
talk about it.
Always. Even if it never turned out the way you wanted to, at least you clarified it.
Yes.
See, I obsess over things I could have done better. I obsess over relationships that didn't work out, friendships that didn't work out. I obsess over it in my mind. And the only way I can rest is if I talked to you about it, it did not work out, then I can sleep. But trust me, if I did not have that conversation with you, I will obsess over it because I will feel like I didn't give it my all. As Nikki said, always talk about it. Even if it does not work out, at least if someone asks you tomorrow, you can say, yeah, we had the discussion. And
Right.
Okay. But going too fast or too slow could turn a girl off. So dudes, don't do it no more. Fourth of the 5 things that Christian guys do that turn girls off is they're not romantic. They're coming for our throats, y'all. They're saying that we're not sweet enough. We're not romantic enough. And I'd like you guys to shed more light on it if you don't mind.
All I'm saying is, even if the girl tells you she hates flowers, unless she is absolutely allergic and they are going to kill her, buy her flowers.
Please.
Every once in a while, just a random thought of, oh, he was thinking about me, makes a girl feel good. There is someone that I know in this room that liked a girl and learned her schedule, although some will call it stalking, learned her schedule just so.
It's like, are you writing me already?
No, I'm trying to find out she had somewhere in this room.
By the way, it wasn't even my schedule. It was some other girl. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Learned this girl's schedule because he liked her and he wanted to talk to her.
What story, yo?
Circling back to the flowers you just mentioned, I didn't know I liked flowers till I went on a date with a guy. It was just a one-time, it was a first-time date. He got me flowers on the first date. I was like, oh, I didn't know I like this, but I like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never talked about it. It wasn't anything like, okay, so I will pick you up, I will get you flowers. He didn't mention it. It was after the day he opened up the door for me and gave me flowers. And I was like, this is so sweet.
You went to the end of a date, flowers didn't die?
No, it's fresh rose. What are you talking about? It wasn't.
I mean, it's fresh rose.
You better educate.
I mean, come on.
Educate.
Hold on. How long was that date? How long was that date?
It was a very nice gesture. So all we're saying is be romantic. You know,
chivalry's not dead.
Ooh, it's very much alive. And let me tell you something. A lot of romance comes from thoughtfulness. A lot of
break that down. What do you mean?
So when you're thoughtful and you genuinely act it out, sometimes ladies think that's romantic. Like opening up the door for you. It could be maybe you just got your nails done, or you have your purse on your hand and he's been like, okay, let me open the door for you. He's been thoughtful. But being romantic.
Or she's on her period and you know that she likes chocolates when she's on her period.
How you gonna know a girl?
And you get it for her.
How's a guy supposed to know a girl's on her period?
Well, no.
What the heck? What do you want from us?
Babe, if someone texts you, it's the time of the month, I'm just not feeling good.
Well, you have to.
You show up at her door with some chocolate.
Do you tell
or some Twizzlers?
Do you tell a random guy?
I'm not talking about like random guys.
You said 5 things that Christian guys do. So a guy doesn't know a girl that much, and the girl's texting her or texting him, time of the month.
Relax now.
Really?
Relax now. Take a deep breath.
That's not fair.
Hopefully,
it's not fair.
Hopefully, you guys are at the phase where she's comfortable telling you what she likes when she's on her period. That's where Nika is coming from. But even if you're not at that stage yet, just be romantic. I'm just thinking a random text during the day, just thinking about you. You're not stressed. I know you had that presentation, or I know you had the fight with your brother. How you feeling? Just random.
Send me all those text messages.
Why would I send you? Why would I send you? Am I not the girl? I should be receiving them from you.
I want to tell a story. I want to tell a story about a time that when we were dating, that she flunked an exam, and I sent her a text, okay? And this is me being cute and romantic. Sent her a text. Apparently, there's another guy she was dating at the time. And I guess this is a plus for me, hence married the girl. Bam. Yeah, we got the girl. All right, so she flunked the test and texted me about it. I texted the other guy about it. And I think at that point, in terms of brownie points, I'd already won so much brownie points that I give her this whole psychological breakdown. And I think you should just listen and know what really happened, ask the right questions. And the other guy said, go take a walk. As she said, go walk it out. And she got pissed. She was like, go walk it out. What am I, a dog? I'm going to go walk. So yes, I think I agree with you, Tao. Being thoughtful does play into being romantic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So ladies just want to know that you're thinking about them.
Yeah.
You know, they want to know that the things that they've told you about themselves or about their family, that you've actually heard it and you're listening. Because then when you do come back and you check in on them, it's like, oh, wow, like you heard me out. Like, you know, you were present when we were together or when we were on the phone.
Okay. So quick, just to summarize this point real quick, would you guys give us a quick rundown on, very, very quickly, this is just top of your head type deal, on, let's just say 5 things a guy could do tomorrow that you would consider romantic? If just to start them off. What would you consider romantic?
Well, I'm a Christian, so sends me a text message saying, hey, I'm praying for you. I hope today goes well. Just a quick line. You don't have to go all holy and scriptural. Just something, I pray this day is blessed for you. You're in my thoughts, something like that. That would be a wonderful way to start my day.
Yeah. And we already talked about the flowers, the chocolate. And if we're out on a date and you see that it's chilly, giving me your jacket.
They're in a movie, y'all.
Yes.
In the movie.
And that's another thing as a guy.
If you've done it.
I know.
You've done it.
I'm trying to think.
And it's what you said. What?
I said, as a guy, if you're taking a lady out on a date, always go out with your jacket.
That's cute. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. I have given up my jacket, so I don't lie to guys out there. Yes, giving jackets is cute.
Yeah.
Again, if you don't have a jacket, give him your shirt. It's okay.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to say, wait, please, no, we're Christians. Don't give your shirt, please. Leave everything.
Like,
No. The last thing I do want to say is a public display of affection. It's different for each lady, but when you do get to that level of being comfortable, finding out what she's okay with, because I know for me, I love for him to hold my hands when we're out, and I feel like it's I feel like it's sweet, like just feeling his warmth and his presence there, it means something to me. So, you know, finding that out when you get to that phase.
If you don't know the girl, y'all, please don't be holding no hands just yet.
And plus we're in Corona, so.
Just a little.
I got an invite for a date, which day, and I was telling my friend, I said, what if he has the Corona? Like,
I mean, how you gonna know? I he wants to hold your hand.
Days, like, yo, it's COVID era. I'm not going. No.
Exactly.
Okay, so another thing that I believe you mentioned under being thoughtful is taking initiative, right? So planning dates out, and then so by the time you're taking the lady out, you're taking her out to an evening that's already planned out, not what you want to eat. It's which one you want to pick.
I know women are already so indecisive.
Let me tell you the truth. We don't know what we want to eat. That is just the truth. We know we're hungry, but we don't know what we want to eat.
And we know what we don't want.
Yes. So if as a guy you're taking out a girl on a date, give her options. That's
Only two though. Only two. Only two.
We can go eat Mexican, or we can eat pizza. So that's where she's conditioned. Trust me, it works. She's conditioned to choose.
Yeah,
yes.
She'll be like, she'll be like Mexican or pizza. She'll be like, I want a burger. How is that? How'd you get a burger? How'd you get a burger? By the way, what girl you want to date that wants to eat a burger on a date?
Oh, well, then you helped her make the decision. I personally will go on a date and eat wings. Yeah. I've got no problem with that.
Right.
And a quick praise for her. She can do both. And one of the things that got her hubby, me, which is that she really, I hope your eyes don't get stuck. So, which is, I mean, you can take her out to go eat wings, and she's just as happy as she would be if you spent hundreds of dollars on the date, which both of them have happened. We have gone on a date that costs hundreds of dollars. We'll have gone on a date that costs,
pennies on the dollar.
And for me, it was a checkbox. It was, like just a lady that can sit down and also be able to be classy as needed. So, basically.
And that's how you know, okay, all right, okay, time out. We're not doing that.
I'm sorry.
I blame him.
Circle back to what Ugo just said. That's a tell sign of when you know, okay, I think I'm meant to be with this person. When she's comfortable, when he's comfortable with you, the highs and the lows. So hey, babe, you have $5 for a wing special today. That's fine. Or hey, you just got paid, so let's go to that bougie restaurant. You know, both, and then you guys are meant to be together. But he's always about that bougie lifestyle. That's another sign maybe she's not meant for you. Or if he's all about, I don't really got no money, you know what I'm saying? Can you borrow me? Then you're like, no.
Yeah. No, you're broke behind. Okay. No, but also, I mean, we could go deeper on each of these 5 things. And the fifth one, the last one is coming up here. We could go deeper. I would say it also depends on the potential of the guy, right? So if at the point where you guys met, and this is for ladies now, even if he doesn't have money at the time, but he has potential
and
ambition that he's already shared with you,
and you see forward movement,
and you see
ambition, because a lot of ladies just dwell on potential, and they don't follow up with ambition. Like, potential is there, it's there, but ambition is what you're going to do with it.
Like the driving force. So in that case, it's okay if you guys went on a date and you offered to pay being the lady. And I think it happened to us a couple of times.
So a lot of people don't know.
All right, so point number 5. Let's
he
wrap
was
up.
The broke. He was the broke.
Remember that white car?
All right, point number 5.
So, we saw
Oh.
potential and ambition, and we saw
Jesus.
forward movement.
Last one is, guys, I heard, and this is just me reporting a speech, that Christian guys, the fifth of the 5 things Christian guys do that turn girls off is not having basic hygiene.
Mm.
And what I heard was some dudes be coming up to ladies to express their interest and all, and their breath be kicking.
Mm.
Or they walk past you, and for 5 minutes, you're like, geez, man, like, what the heck was that?
Yeah. They don't do the breath test. Like, I mean, brothers, help your brothers out.
Right.
Like, what happened to smell my breath? Be like, no. Take me out.
I know. Like, definitely not gonna talk to her like that.
Like, nah, bro, let me help you real quick. You need to
Yeah, but could you tell me why that's a turn off? I mean, it's obvious, but I want to talk about why it's a turn off real quick. What should a guy be doing? Like, what practical advice can you give?
The first thing that I like when you smell good, Lord Jesus.
Not too much cologne, right?
I am excited to talk to you. So, perfumes, deodorants, cologne, they are not your enemy, brothers. They are your best friends. They will take you to places you never thought you could be.
Oh my God.
Number one, because I feel like even before you come close to me to talk to me, your odor should come first before you. So that will sort of like prepare me. But if you're smelling bad from afar, I'm already turned off to talk to you. You know, I'm already on edge. I'm already, and you will be amazed at the way our senses react to things. So I think the way you smell, the way you talk, the way you look. You know, it's okay to have the locks, but it has to be neat. You know, it's okay to have the beards. But for me, I don't know. I like it when it's well
groomed.
Yeah, thank you. Well groomed. The way you dress, your nails.
Yeah.
Dwelling on the thing about deodorant and fragrances and smells and all, there could be some that would end up being a turn off too, right? Because there's some, I know that between both of us, I've bought a pretty pricey Perry Ellis cologne, and dudes, like, you walk by guys and they're like, love the smell, love it, brother, love it.
I hate it.
And then she's like, ugh, right? So
I prefer the Burberry that I bought him because I just want to eat him up. Like, when you're talking about, like, you want the scent. You want the scent to come before the man. Whenever he sprays that Burberry,
I'm spraying the Burberry. I'm like, I want to take it back from the Burberry, right? Like,
whenever he sprays the Burberry, I'm like, oh, babe. Whenever he sprays that Perry Ellis, I'm like, get away from me.
Yeah, but the dudes,
like, he will come and try to kiss me in the morning to say bye, and I'm like,
yeah.
Like, I have a very sensitive.
That really is the thing. Like, you're like.
You're right. I mean, it's also a very tricky point. And we're not saying everything we're talking about, we're not saying it's yes or no. It's not like that. You know, there are gray areas in between. There are some moments of, you know, failing where she's like, oh, she doesn't like this. Okay, you know.
Try again with a different scent next week.
It's better to be safe than sorry. So it's be like, oh, I'm sorry, I smell musty. I'm sorry, I didn't get anything on. Then be safe. At least you put in the effort, right? So, so now she can tell you, I actually don't like that scent. I prefer if you do this. I prefer if you do that.
Yeah, but
the deodorant is a must. Like, that one is not, like, the cologne is where you have to err on the side of caution. And I say this to say, men, please, like, it's okay to put on cologne, but do not take a bath in your cologne. Like, I feel like it's just like when I'm, like, in your space and the cologne is, like, the only thing that I can focus on, and I walk away with a headache because I just, like, I inhaled your whole bottle, you know?
Yeah, so don't be drinking the bottle. Like, too much is too much.
Don't be like the woman that broke the alabaster box.
I know. So okay. So just to kind of wrap up here, in the interest of time, what would you say in terms of fragrances? What would you say guys should? What would you suggest guys lean more towards? And this is completely subjective. but would you say generally fruitier or generally like more masculine? So what would you say? So help our brothers out a little.
Masculine spectrum, because I mean, I definitely want to smell you like a man. If I'm into men, I want to smell you like a man. So not fruity. No, leave the fruity for me, but
exactly.
Empowering, somewhere in between. And as Nika said, she was open to let you know, I don't like this smell. I prefer this smell. So that's progress. But imagine if you didn't wear anything at all. And that would be like,
yeah, that's bad. Yeah, like bad is not wearing anything at all. Yeah. So
exactly.
I have
on that range, but not far out. Whereas you enter, and I'm like, oh Jesus, what's going on?
Yeah.
And this one is a tip for the women. I have smelled certain scents, and I'm like, oh wow, I really like this. And I have asked, like, hey, what is it? So that I can buy it for him. Because, of course, I know he has to smell himself, but ultimately, like, I'm the one that he's around. So, like, you know, I want something that smells good, something that I want to be around. So if you find that, you know, the scent that he has or the cologne that he has is not something that's appealing to you, you definitely have the opportunity to shop around and, you know, kind of see, like, what you do like and get it for him.
So with that, I'm going to cut this off, but I do want to say that. What if you don't like the other girls? Okay. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for thank you. What do you want to say? You want to say anything? Okay, don't say anything.
Camera.
Anyway,
camera.
I'm gonna talk about this later. but yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Taiwo. Thank you for everything that we've talked about today.
Yes, thank you for the insight. Yes, because there are some men out there that, you know, need some help and are looking for wives.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right, guys. Once again, that was 5 tips to help our Christian men, or, you know, 5 things that they do to turn us off. And then we did help you guys, you know. Right. So check out this video. Taiwo, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We had a ton of fun. Yes, and maybe we can do this again. We're going to find another topic. Maybe have you and Kenny on. And then that way it will be like quadruple trouble, you know.
Yes, so we'll gang up against Ugo.
Anyway, we really appreciate your time. And for all of our New Gen leaders, viewers out there, remember, as New Gen leaders, our goal is to awaken, empower, and unleash the best you possible. Check out our YouTube channel and subscribe. And click on the ring-a-ding-ding to know when we drop something.
Bye, guys.